How's it going, everybody? I am Donut. We are reacting to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2, Episode 6, A Fractured House. I have to assume the Fractured House is Skye's household, her and her father and everything. That's the Fractured House. I don't think it's going to be Hydra. You know, I don't think this was that big of a hit of Hydra to be able to call it a Fractured House or anything. Could just be S.H.I.E.L.D. in general. Right now it's a bit of a Fractured House. But I think it's going to be specifically about Skye. Let's get into this episode. Okay. Turn to sand.
Freeze!
Holy shit. So, okay. This is Hydra, right? Pretending to be S.H.I.E.L.D. Talbot has to know what the fuck is this thing. S.H.I.E.L.D. all turned into ash? What the fuck? Okay. Okay. And yeah, he's not gonna let himself get weaker. Again, Ward is a scary ass motherfucker. We do not.
Marcus Scarlatti was behind the attack. An assassin.
Okay.
Almost killed Barton a few years back. Runs a team of mercenaries, mostly for Hydra.
Coulson, quick question.
No, this wasn't us.
Oh, that, great. May said I'd be going on a mission with Bobby.
Is that going to be a problem?
Did she say it was
Hunter has
I
been
won't dignify
really
that with a response.
growing on me a lot.
She
I
didn't?
already love him.
S.H.I.E.L.D. attacked the United Nations, for God's sake, under your watch.
He's got to
Who
know.
attacked us may not have been
Yeah,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
thank God. Talbot is
Must have been.
awesome.
And do what?
Control the situation.
You're worried they're gonna find out about your brother, aren't you?
What worries me is that you even know about him.
I don't play politics, Senator.
Oh, is this the senator that he was talking about?
I haven't said
with
one
Hunter?
word about your brother to anyone, and I don't intend to.
Christian Ward. Oh. Right. Okay. I was thinking it might have been Skye's father or something, so I didn't even connect at first. But, okay. Much older than I would have thought. Like, as kids, they didn't seem like that big of a gap, but... I guess you could just look really old and Ward looked really young.
Mr. Beckers, if you want to welcome S.H.I.E.L.D. at your borders with open arms, be my guest. But
Agent
What's
Walters,
this?
Director?
how's the Netherlands?
I wonder what
It was
happened with
always
Agent
there.
Weaver.
Lots of bikes.
Did she just dye her hair?
Voice actuator?
No, Gemma, can you...
I'm sorry.
I know, just you said you needed my help.
No,
so,
I do, yeah.
um,
Right.
Of course I do.
And this is so much different than the
It's,
imaginary images of mine that always had the answer for him.
This.
You need to stay away from him. He's not what he seems. He always has an angle.
I'm so surprised we're getting Ward's
And
brother
if he
as a
thinks that you
character.
can lead him to me,
This isn't about you.
As a villain.
isn't it? Don't you remember what happened at the well, what he made me do? He gets joy from one thing: hurting people. Does he know I'm here?
Not how it works, Ward. You answer my questions, remember?
And I always do. I always tell you the truth. But if Christian knows that I'm here,
You always tell me.
Fuck, dude.
yes. I promised you I'd never lie to you. And I haven't.
I'm not worried for Ward, but I'm worried for the team.
He's a murderer. You forgot to mention that detail.
Yeah.
You found him.
Mm-hmm. Told you.
He didn't give us what we needed on his brother.
Trust me, he gave us more than you think. And you're slipping off track, Skye. Stay on mission.
Yeah. Seriously. Like, this is not the kind of person you want to be getting information out of. Like, as far as your family goes. We got Reyna.
Deception's her forte. I mean that sincerely, not passive-aggressively, as in it's a good attribute for a spy. Oh, bloody hell.
It's actually what it is.
She speaks Japanese.
She was
has
like,
this annoying knack of picking things up.
everybody in S.H.I.E.L.D. speaks multiple languages.
髪の毛まで染めて本当の Southern girl にそっくりです I don't have a problem with butt kissing that guy.
Good, because you had a hickey on your neck for a week after our mission in Miami.
Excuse me for doing my job thoroughly. And with style.
Again, I love Hunter.
Making targets feel special, that's her thing. You know when I gave her my nan's pearl earrings, she was like...
You know I don't like you, right?
Yeah.
I call them
Of course, they and him are
Has a
like
nice ring to it, doesn't it?
oil and water.
Is there any way for me to get my hands on a splinter bomb?
She was eyeing up that towel the whole time.
You can thank me later.
Thank you. What the hell were you thinking?
What was I thinking? I just saved your life.
You don't think I knew that guy was behind me? This is just you peacocking.
He made you, and he was going to kill you. And sweetheart, nobody uses the word peacocking.
Are you even listening to yourself right now? Oh, wait. Of course you are. You love the sound of your own voice.
Those.
He's looking at the
these two
old,
bits, there's something.
whatever the hell it's called.
I think the.
A similar.
No,
Like
no,
from First Avenger.
no, no. Stop looking at me.
Oh, I can't even look at you now.
No, not like that. You can't.
Like
no.
what? I'm trying not to treat you any differently than.
I know, but I am different, and
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be, but I am. You left. I needed help. I needed help with the cloaking. I needed help with lots of other things. And
Coulson
someone
made her
to
do it
talk
anyway.
Through, at least.
She didn't have a choice.
You gave up on me.
I did no such thing.
You told me you were gonna go see your mum and your dad, and then you went off to. For all I know, you could have been killed. And because what? Because you think I'm useless.
Of course I don't. That's not why I
Well,
left.
then why?
She says Coulson, like, this is gonna get angry at Coulson then.
I'm sorry. I can't do this. Excuse me.
Now Big Man Max coming in. It is a fractured house indeed.
I'm telling you, I have your brother in my basement.
Oh, fuck.
Just you and me.
Why?
Is he all right? Is
Why,
Grant hurt?
Sky?
Did you? What did Grant tell you?
Yeah, I know.
Hunting.
Was it all just lies?
I know what you did. How you forced him to torture your youngest brother. I know what happened at the well.
So it's a well now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it all bullshit? Is it all a lie? Oh my god, it would be so like
Grant
Ward.
Ward, Mr. Coulson, but trust me, underneath every lie he tells is just another lie.
Is Coulson talking to Christian? You can't trust him.
Who's lying, man?
He'll smile.
They're the
bare
whole
his
whole
soul. It's
family.
all manipulation. He is a master at it. He's worse.
I don't know. I
When we
honestly
were
don't know who
kids,
to believe.
Our parents were always gone, some state function or another. We'd spend all day by the creek hunting salamanders and crayfish. But I could never leave Grant alone with Thomas. I found Grant down there once, standing over him with a screwdriver.
I really don't know who to believe.
Thomas was on the ground just screaming. And I saw something. Something else behind his eyes. Something I'm sure you've seen before as well. A second later, it was gone, and he was just my little brother again. He told our parents I forced him to do it. I've spent too much of my life trying to unravel his lies. He always finds someone to believe him.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth. You see that now, don't you?
I don't know who's the master liar here.
You just didn't give me the chance to tell you about it.
But I'm giving you the chance now.
Why, Sky? Why are you doing
I know
this?
everything.
He won't get away with it this time.
Ah.
My mother?
Yeah, we still don't know about her.
Is she alive too?
No. No, they killed her. I can take you to him.
Sky, are you insane?
I've got connections. People I can talk to will trust
She
me.
has to be tricking him.
What people? Raina's gone.
Yeah, she's trying to get information out of
Tell
him.
me what you know. Isn't there anything else? Please.
She's playing him. She has to be. There's no way Sky's this
We can
stupid.
find him. Together.
Thank you for telling me everything you know. It's time we get you out of here.
Really?
What?
You're being transferred, Ward. Your brother wants you in his custody. And we're gonna give him exactly what he wants.
Okay.
I struck a deal with the senator.
Why?
He'll reverse his anti-S.H.I.E.L.D. proposal in exchange for his brother.
For Whitehall.
So Coulson did know she was doing all that.
I don't have to. You will never see Sky again.
I thought we were rebuilding trust, Coulson.
What? No, you insane?
You. I'm still part of your team.
No, you're not. You are delusional.
You are not, nor will you ever be, on my team. You dropped Fitzsimmons out of a plane. You murdered Victoria Hand and Eric Koenig. You betrayed every one of us, you deluded son of a bitch. The only reason you're alive is because you were of use. And the only reason you're being transferred is because your brother is of more use.
Yeah.
He used Beckers as a prop to make our operatives believe his country would provide safe haven. But it's
Okay.
a trap. They'll be fishing a barrel.
Right.
What the hell did you do?
That makes... Yeah. Of course. Great. So they're gonna get all the agencies in one. I don't know why I didn't see that coming. Yeah. May's team gonna get here in time?
Shame. I prefer to take my time.
Nope.
Hydra will never defeat S.H.I.E.L.D.
God.
You were saying?
Hunter.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hail Hydra, guys. Hail Hydra. I'm a merc, mate. Like you lot. And if you're looking to take out a few S.H.I.E.L.D. agents higher up the food chain, I happen to know a couple.
Of course.
They just need about 90 seconds to get in position.
Yeah.
I got him.
Hunter is so charismatic. I love these sticks that Bob uses, by the way. Okay, that's dope also. Really awesome fighting style. Woohoo! Yeah, mate! God damn! Oh yeah, watch out! Woo!
Third time today.
Yeah. God, this fight's so cool. Third time saved your ass. Yeah. Nice. Again, S.H.I.E.L.D. has been having much better fights than there was in season 1.
How many?
Good for you.
I just wanted to thank you for helping Fitz. Or for being his friend.
I don't help him. He doesn't need any. You know, that guy you're wishing he would be, I never met him.
Yeah.
I know this guy, and, yeah, I mean, he's a little weird, but I like him. From what I've seen, the only thing that makes him worse is you.
Seriously, though.
I know. Why do you think I left?
Then actually tell him that.
You're
Don't
leaving?
lie to him, man.
Sometimes we want things simpler than they actually are, but the tough reality is we are complex creatures.
Sky.
If I ever see you again, I'll kill you.
And I've come to understand something that the world must as well. There is a difference between S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra. One was an organization built on protection, and the other, world domination.
We got Beckers at the border.
Okay, I can't believe that was all wrapped up this episode.
How many men did you lose?
6.
It's always a shame when a good soldier falls.
Hell yeah, man. Talbot, you're a good man.
My younger brother, Grant Ward, was a member of Hydra. He was a traitor. He was a traitor to his friends, his family, and his nation.
This is so cathartic. Like, I don't know if we're wrapping up Grant Ward, but we're really putting one of the nails in this coffin. I love how much no one in the series gives him any leeway. He is unabashedly, horrible, evil.
But as is so often true, the darkness lingers longer than the light. And while S.H.I.E.L.D. is gone, Hydra is a problem that the world must still face. Otherwise, that darkness will grow.
What's he gonna do?
Spread.
Yeah, he's about to get out of the cuffs and fight. Grant Ward is back! God damn it! I was really hoping we were gonna get him. Oh. Fuck. Sky, I'm so scared.
Time?
Is it the map?
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Rest probably hasn't healed yet. You sure you don't want to wait a few days?
The pain helps me remember.
Okay. He's got it on his own body. And he's gotta feel like he's doing it himself. These people are crazy! But okay, so he's also one of them! So not Sky's father then, maybe. With the painting. I don't know. We'll talk about it in the discussion. Okay, I love that logo disintegrating at the very beginning. Really cool touch for this new weapon, which, although we have dealt with, what's his name, S.H.I.E.L.D, although we've dealt with him, the weapon is still around and at large, and it is a deadly-ass weapon. Like, the bombs originally were around from the 40s, and I'm curious as to what those originally were. Like, they were just bombs, I guess, like you threw them and they blew up in somebody, but now instead of blowing up, they completely disintegrate them to ash. Every single part of them. How does that even work? Like, it individually, every part of you disintegrates. It's crazy. But, yeah, so anyway, that's still around, and the diviner, the obelisk, whatever you want to call it. I like the name the obelisk better, but I guess we're going to be going with the diviner. It can be more deadly, but what they can get out of it right now is not as deadly as even these bombs. So, but perhaps now working with Sky's father, we'll see. But, speaking of which, just Hydra using the world and their perception of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the governments of the world against S.H.I.E.L.D. themselves instead of having to go out and deal with themselves. Like, instead of just sending superpowered people to deal with S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff, they're just like, well, let's just deal with this once and for all. Let's just pretend to be S.H.I.E.L.D., cause a havoc, and just get the world, like, come on. Why? They were probably thinking, like, why is Talbot taking so long? Like, they know how weak S.H.I.E.L.D. is. I think they've gotten onto the fact that Talbot is working with them a little bit, to some degree, which we can definitely see that he is now, which Talbot, hell yeah, real bro. I'm loving Talbot. I talked about it before an episode ago or so, when it was actually him in disguise, but, because I was talking about him, and then I thought that, if it was Talbot, that everything I had said had then been canceled out, but it didn't, and so, everything I said about him back there still applies. He is he's doing what he thinks is, he's sticking to his moral code, and now he is seeing who the real bad guys are. He's really being able to see S.H.I.E.L.D. up close and how they work, and he's come over to their side, and he's on our side now. And it's nice to have somebody, in the military that's on our side. To a degree. It's not like he's going to stick up for us if we do anything wrong, but for the time being. But anyway, so, going back to Marcus Scarlatti. He almost killed Barton. That's pretty impressive considering he was taken out in this episode and by May. So, you know, I'm not one to power level or anything, but I'm just saying, if this guy almost killed Barton and May almost killed this guy, I mean, I'm just saying. He was also a mercenary, which is interesting. That like Hydra hired a mercenary group to pretend to be S.H.I.E.L.D. to go in there and do this instead of sending actual Hydra soldiers. Possibly because the government, the government shouldn't know who is Hydra and who isn't of the ones that are still hidden in the shadows. Correct? Like the ones that haven't been given up yet. Because that's the whole thing, right? They said at the end of Winter Soldier, oh yeah, we'll give up these people in this basis to get them off our tail, and they won't really know about the rest of us because we'll have given them the information that they wanted. But, regardless, these guys were not actually Hydra, they were just mercenaries working for Hydra. I mean, they were Hydra in the sense that they were working for Hydra. They knew who they were working for. Reminds me a lot of the Strike Squad from Winter Soldier, actually. Big vibes there. But yeah, and so a good, you know, Hunter and Bobby going up against these two, even though Bobby wasn't a mercenary, still. Hunter primarily, you know, going up against these guys and being a primary character in these episodes. Very thematic with the mercenary thing going on there. Also, just with his style in general, with the knife on a chain and everything like that. As I've always talked about with Black Widow and characters like that, just rope play is so OP. You know, when you have a character that can use a chain or a rope or string or whatever, like perfectly, you know, none of their moves are flawed or anything, then they are too OP, man. We also had Toshiro Mori. He was an engineer who worked on the splitter bomb that, maybe it just like splits all of your atoms? I don't know what it would be, but maybe something like that. But anyway, the splitter bomb, the one who originally designed it, which was when it was just a bomb, I guess. We don't know what it was back then in the 40s. That was Vincent Beckers. He was the designer. Toshiro Mori was the engineer now who has made it. Actually, hold on. I want to go back a second. I didn't write down what did happen to him. We did take him in, right? We have him under custody, I would assume. Let me check. Okay, so they just kind of left. Like, I assume they were using the icers, right? And not real guns when they went in there, because that's normally not what we do. But so they shot him with an icer, and then all three of them just left. They just all walked away. So, I don't know. Maybe he is still out there. But if that's the case, that's gonna be retarded. Like, come on. You had him right there. You had him iced, and you're not gonna take him in? You're not gonna do anything? You're just gonna walk away? They had to have taken him in. They had to have. Anyway, so he wanted to work on the Diviner, though, which makes me believe that he is going to be around still. I mean, very rarely is a character in this show, like, completely taken out completely. Like, who knows? Even Creole could maybe come back. Like, we don't know. These people, who knows? You know? It's impossible to tell who's going to come back and who's not. We know that Hydra is all over the world, but we don't really, like, get to go to those places, you know? It's still usually, in America. I assume that's where, we've been seeing the big high-rise building and everything. Yeah, so it was really cool seeing, like, an actual international setting and everything. That was all Hydra. Okay, what else we have? Right, so Simmons was watching Ward the whole time, like, from, you know, the time they've had him all the way from when she was in Hydra to now, she has been watching him, which says a lot, because, like, no one else has, like, and why, is it just to, like, I don't know, it's some psychological shit, like, I don't know what emotion that it could be for, to just remind herself how terrible of a person he is, like, to make sure that she doesn't forget it, to, I don't know, like, just make sure that nothing, like, to make sure he's not planning anything, to just, like, keep an eye on him. It could be many things, but it's interesting, because, like, yeah, like, no one, like, Coulson, I guess, has also been, like, monitoring him, but not really, like, monitoring him all. It's not like we, she would be 24/7 monitoring him, but still, Simmons, of all people, it's interesting. I would not have pegged her as that kind of, to do that kind of thing. Anyway, the whole Fitz situation. It is prime. It's Fitz. Simmons. Sorry, Simmons is the worst with it, but really everyone on the crew cannot help but pity him. Like, it is Simmons the worst. Simmons being around her makes him the worst. But even just being around the normal crew, he gets antsy. He knows that they're being impatient. He knows that they're not treating him like a normal person. As much as they try to, they're trying to treat him like the old Fitz when, he's not anymore. He's permanently changed, and it's just the way that it's going to be now. But that said, I do think that even if it would hurt him more, she should have told him the truth. Lying to him about everything, why she left, and, like, not giving him an answer at all, was just the wrong move. Like, that probably made it even worse, than if she had told him the truth. But, yeah, that's just that's just how it goes in this show. Nobody ever says anything. I mean, nobody ever, tells the truth about their feelings. Oh, yeah. So, I do hope that Mac, Fitz is already good friends with Mac and everything, but, we had that one scene. Was that last episode? Might have been the episode before that. I think it was the last episode. And I really hope that Mac is the connection for Fitz to really, connect, really fit in with the new boys, with Mac and Hunter and even Trip. I would put in there. Like, Trip knew Fitz before he was like this, but not as much. And Trip still, though, I don't know. I wouldn't include Trip in the new boys category. Not even Koenig, who, again, where the fuck is Koenig? Where is he? Can they just not get his actor? Can they not get Patton Oswalt? I can understand that, I guess. But it's also, like, we just have the, he's away on a mission or something, I think they said. But with all the stuff going down, I would like them to at least mention something. Like, again, if they can't get his actor, fine. But they should mention, with all this crazy stuff going on with the manhunt about to go down, I would like to see, even a voice-in line of Coulson calling him and telling him something like, oh, head to Belarus, or whatever. Or Belarus, Belgium, I mean. So, yeah, I would like some inclusion of what's going on with Koenig at all, please. What else do we have written down here? Okay, right. Hunter. I'm really, really liking Hunter. He is quickly rising on my favorite characters in the team so far. And it's only been a couple episodes so far. It's only been 6 episodes. What episode are we on? I'm watching these so quickly now in succession that, yeah, we're on episode 6. But yeah, I'm digging Hunter. He is extremely charismatic. He's like the face of us now. Like, he's yeah, I don't know, he's got that extreme charisma going on. He knows how to play anybody, especially women, but not even just women. He played those mercs so hard because he's got that really, what am I trying to say? Gritty merc energy to him, while also having a weird, I don't know what's going on vibe to him. Like, he is able to bring out both of those so well. So the guys aren't immediately suspicious because they're like, he does look like, he does seem like a merc, but at the same time, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, he's able to pull off both of those perfectly. And you know, getting information out of the one woman and being at the diner with Reyna. He's just great at I mean, I don't want to say covert, being, you know, in covert missions, but just winning over people. He's great at being Reyna. He's great at working people. Or at the very least, distracting them. So at the beginning of the episode, Hunter the Merc is the only one not to ask about if the attack was S.H.I.E.L.D. or not. Like, you know, everyone was asking Coulson, like, oh, was that us? Or, you know, or not that it wasn't us, but, like, that wasn't us, right? Hunter was the only one not to, and that's because he's the Merc, and he doesn't care. He's not worried about the morality of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's not a concern to him. Pretty sure he was even the one that was like, oh yeah, we're stuck with the non-lethal option before. But to be fair, that was probably also because he wanted the high caliber one to take out Creel. But yeah, he does not care about the morality of the situation at all, it seems. I think he's someone that would really care about everybody on the team and stuff. Maybe not now. I doubt now he fully cares about everybody on the team, but only, you know, a select few, specifically Bobby. But actually, speaking of which, you know, bringing back up the whole thing with Ward and May when they were having sex, and the whole, like, you know, they couldn't be in, like, a relationship with feelings. Like, you know, you couldn't, like, on the battlefield, she didn't want Ward to, like, protect her or anything. And it's a similar sort of thing going on here, where he's sort of going out of his way to, like, save her life and everything. And he's being jealous in certain situations. But I don't even want to say he's being jealous, but he's being overprotective in a way. But I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, and again, I said this back with the Ward thing. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it would be if it was May going out of her way to protect Ward, or Bobby going out of her way to protect Hunter. But if it's Hunter always going out of his way to protect Bobby, or Ward always going out of his way to protect May, in both those cases, I think it's fine, because it is, in every case, the lower, the person of less strength protecting the person of more strength, the person of more importance on the team. So ultimately, in the end, I get it's honestly the other person, the May, the Bobby, even though Bobby isn't having a problem with Hunter putting himself in harm's way by this, but it's the other person being more emotional, saying, I don't want you to get hurt, even though it is the more logical thing. But yeah, so I don't think there's a problem with it, and I think it is good that he's protected her life like 3 times in one day. Good. Also, I prefer Bobby without the blonde hair. Honestly, blonde hair, not doing it for me. Yeah, maybe if it was like more blonde, but this is so close to her like brownish hair, I guess. That yeah, and it just doesn't do it for me. I do hope that we're not doing a whole relationship thing with Bobby and Hunter again. I hope they're getting over their marriage, and they're not going to get in another relationship. I would be interested in her getting with Mac, honestly, Bobby. That would be interesting. But yeah, with Hunter again, not that interested. And I like him being a ladies' man. I want them to just be fine together, you know. And that might be the arc of this season, even though they're already doing great strides. In one episode, they're already like doing great, and both the characters are amazing. You know, I love Hunter a lot. Bobby's great. Bobby still needs some more time to grow on me. Hunter's already been around for 6 episodes. Bobby's been around for 1, I guess 1.5. But yeah, so it's gonna take some time to grow on me. But I like Bobby too. What else we got? Hunter and May. I'm so excited to see more and more interactions with Hunter and May. I hope that they continue to be put on teams together, or just in situations together, because they are great. They are top level agents. Hunter is a really good agent too, and I do love that we, you know, before we had, you know, May and Ward, and it's like, okay, those are like field agents, but now it's like we got May, we've got Sky, we've got Mac has been like a driver. It's not really I guess I can't count, right? But so yeah, I'm not gonna count that. We have Trip, though. Trip is a field agent. Well, we have, what's his name? Hunter. We have Bobby. We have, that's it. But we got 5. It's 5, though. That's pretty damn good, I'd say. It's pretty damn good. And that's not to mention the other agents we got out there in the world. I mean, like, but that's, I'm talking about Colton's direct team. Colton's direct team now has 5 field agents. And Mac Fitzsimmons, I guess, are our engineer team, as well. And Koenig as well, whenever the fuck he gets back. But yeah, so dope to see that we have all these characters like that. So I do expect Hunter and May to be put on a team together often because they are both field agents. So and they're both top level. So I'm excited to see them together because they are terrible together, which is why I'm excited for it. I can't remember if we knew that May was married or not, but yeah. It says that she doesn't talk to her husband anymore. I wonder if it's anybody important. Maybe it's just a reference to... No, I don't think May's in the comics, is she? I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sure somebody's told me at some point. I do love learning about the comics, but I can't remember most of it. But yeah, maybe it'll come up again, maybe it won't, who knows. What else did I have? Sorry, I have so many notes, and I've been doing them out of order a little bit, so I'm just trying to go through them. With Skye and Ward, when she was talking about her family, she was like starting to, talk about her family with Ward the first time, and Coulson turned it off on her and was holding stairs there. Was that part of the plan? Was that all part of the plan? Probably not, but maybe. We talked about Vincent Beckers, who was the guy who originally made the splinter bombs in the 40s. We have Julian Beckers, who is around now. He has the GH, I'm assuming, because he has to do the writing, and the way he does the writing is like holding the tattoo guy as he carves it into him. Again, creating the indents there and such. I'm not sure why he does it all over his body as a permanent method to always have it on him. I don't know. It makes him feel better, physically. I don't know. Like, again, he said the pain helps him remember because then he can, like, track where it is physically, the pain, even. So it might be the same guy as Vincent Beckers. They look different based on the images, but there's always that possibility that especially because he has the GH in him, that he might be immortal, like Whitehall, changing his name, immortal, whatever. Who knows? It's a possibility. So, Ward v. Ward. I don't know who to believe. I don't know which one is lying about how it happened in the childhood. And will we ever really know? We might, oh my god, Thomas is probably still alive, right? Can we have Thomas come out and fucking testify? That would be some dope ass shit. Dude, I would love it if we got, well, we're not going to get the trial, actually. What am I talking about? I mean, if they can catch him, but this is Ward we're talking about. And we've seen Evil Ward in, well, we've seen fake Evil Ward, not with Hydra, when he was working with Lorelei under her brain control stuff. And even back then, we were talking about how smart he is. He's a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, so he knows how to hide from S.H.I.E.L.D. agents and everything like that. He knows what he's doing. And he knows the crew, too, so he's going to be able to, evade them. It's going to be tough. But, I don't know. It could be the next few episodes. He could be the season overall villain. I want to see the court case, though. I want to see him, put away on public. I want the world to know who Grant Ward is and what he's done. But yeah, This episode was amazing with the cutting back and forth between the two wards, because I don't know who the fuck to believe. I don't know which one is lying. I really thought I would be able to lean towards one or the other by the end of the conversation, and I don't. I mean, I am slightly leaning towards Christian, which is crazy to say, because he's this newly introduced character, and I should be believing, that he's the actual twisting one, because he's the new character. He's suddenly introduced, and he looks so evil, and he's a senator, which are always evil. But I don't know. I do kind of... I'm leaning a little bit on the Christian side. And so I did have one of my questions on my question list is which brother was in the house when Ward tried to set it on fire, and I believe it is almost definitely his older brother now. I mean, it was almost definitely his older brother before, but there could have always been a twist of actually, I mean, it could be the ultimate twist again of why I wrote down the question, because there could be the twist of it being his younger brother, and Ward. I think that's what it's gotta be, right? That's what we gotta find out. That the person in the house when Ward tried to set on fire was his younger brother. That would be the ultimate twist. I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed if that's not the case now. But I don't know. Again, they could both be just lying, crazy psychopaths. But maybe the whole Ward family's insane. I don't know. I think that maybe Ward, everything that's been on with Sky, everything he's telling Sky has been this long con to make them believe that everything he's been telling us has been the truth. Every single thing he's told us has been the truth. He did all that just to make them believe his childhood story, just to make them believe that bullshit. I could totally buy that. Because Ward's that fucking crazy, and I love Ward as a villain. Holy shit, he is. Maybe I'll start the next video. Next reaction, I will start with my top 10 S.H.I.E.L.D. characters so far. It's gonna be weird because it's halfway in the season or whatever, but you know what? I really want to do that now. I just got the urge, so we'll start off next episode that way. Next reaction. Right. Oh, I'm so glad the Sky wasn't that stupid. The second time she was talking to Ward and really being suckered in to talking to the family and everything like that. It sucks as so many times the show puts Sky in a situation where my brain immediately goes I've seen this. I've seen this in network television before. I know this character doing this sort of thing. They're gonna do this it's such a classic, trophy thingy that I'm always expecting Sky to do the stupid thing, and she never does the stupid thing. But I appreciate that the show does hook it. It knows that my brain is going, this is a network television show, and this is a network television show trope, and I know that she's about to do the stupid thing, and they are so great at playing that out, at knowing that they're a network television show, so I'm going to think that. So good. Also, yeah, just Sky is a really, really good agent. Goddamn, I don't give her enough props. She's a fucking amazing agent. In and of herself. I think her gun playing is, her ability to shoot is insane for how little time she's had, in terms of taking on actual military soldiers. But other than that, her actual abilities as an agent are goddamn really good. She would be great on Undercover. From everything we've seen way back when she was manipulating Ward the first time back in Providence, not Providence. Yeah, she is just perfect undercover, really good. Yeah, she just milked that bitch dry. There is always the possibility that Christian's working with Hydra. I hope not though, because I like getting these characters that are separated that are, not actually working with Hydra, like Talbot or, like the Senator now. I don't know what's calling him, the Senator, like Christian. Because, yeah, it could be Hydra wants Ward killed because he is leaking information. Could be that. I hope not, but it's a possibility. Oh, yeah, and, like, as Ward was being walked out, I'm glad everybody got to have their last word. Everybody got to, oh, yeah, really, And I love Coulson's getting to say, you're never going to see Sky again. And then, of course, Ward does immediately see Sky again, but, forgetting that, it was a good line. And also, just in general, with the whole ending and everything, should have known that you couldn't handcuff him. I mean, come on. This is Ward we're talking about. I mean, that he is a top level agent within the organization. Physical abilities aside, his espionage is, again, second only to Romanoff, which is crazy. So, and again, that's not his physical abilities, sure, so maybe there would just be like, well, I'll just handcuff him or whatever. But, like, I keep thinking back to the scene in the hallway of Providence, right before, I think that was in 17. I think so, I'm not sure. But either way, yeah, when they were planting the bomb and everything. It was, yeah. He's not like superhuman or anything like that, but he might as well be, right? Like, I don't know how else to talk about him, but he's almost superhuman. So handcuffs feel like it's not enough. It's like I just watched the end of Daredevil 2 recently, and it's like putting Fisk in the back of that thing. It's like, come on, you need more than that. You can't just have people with guns around them. You gotta have them in like a straight jacket. Like, come on. And like a straight jacket with handcuffs and chains around it. Like, we gotta be extra secure here, people. Come on. Whew. Lots to talk about this episode. Fuck, man, this season's so good. Oh, it's an amazing season. I was worried, like, the first episode, the tone of it was so different that I was a little bit thrown back, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this, but, oh man, worries are gone. This season, 6 episodes in, is already kicking it fucking amazing.